Well, can you even see it anymore?
I don't know. Can you read War Beast 1987? Can you see that on the screen?
Lincoln, stop making load of the tripod.
We'll have to ask him online. That's what happens when you're a good supporter of the show. We put you on. Alright.
Do you remember the name of that website?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, welcome to another episode of Big and Stupid Game Reviews.
Oh, we started.
And I'm a very sick Stupid J.
And I am a very irritated Big Mike.
But healthy. And young and strapping.
I'm always healthy. I don't get sick.
You can tell how sick I am. Did do my hair. Didn't even shave. Of course, my beard's not nearly as magnificent as yours.
No,
but
well, a beard looks good on anybody. Including ladies.
So, first, before we get into today's game, let's give a shout out to WYD Gaming, who, pretty neat site.
Yeah, I didn't look into it too much, but...
PC gaming, Xbox 360 gaming, good community of guys. They were nice enough to put a link up to our YouTube page. So, in response, thank you, and check out wydgaming.com. So, what game are we reviewing today, Mike?
Well, we're reviewing a game that, obviously, since we don't have it up on the screen and we don't have a box for it, neither of us kept. I had it checked out from GameStop because my wife works there, and you had it from GameFly, and didn't even think enough of it to keep it around for the review.
No.
And it is Ninja Gaiden 3.
Yeah. Would explain why I have all these notes of why I hate Ninja Gaiden 3.
Oh,
So,
you should get a notebook. It looks much more professional.
well, usually I don't hate on stuff as much as you do.
Well, I keep notes for even stuff that I like.
Well, speaking of stuff that we like, let's start with what we do like. And I'm going to tell you what I like about it.
Yes.
I really like the way the CG sequences look and move. I don't like the way they tell a story at all.
The story was bad.
I just like the way they look. They very captivating.
Yes.
Mostly boring, but they looked
They
awesome.
look nice.
All right, I'm done.
Okay.
That's all I liked about the entire fucking game.
Yeah. The only thing I had was the parts where you climb up stuff with your knife. I like the way they did that.
I fucking hated that.
No.
I fucked it up half the time.
It was-
and then I'd fall.
It was that, and the fact that I was playing this game when I got to 50,000 gamer score. So
thank you, Ninja Gaiden.
yeah, thank you Ninja Gaiden 3 for even though I had to bring it back and then play it on PlayStation so that I could play it through. But whatever, it still got me to 50,000. Actually, it got me to 50,002, and that was also Ninja Gaiden's fault. So fuck you, Ninja Gaiden, for taking my gamer score off of a nice round number.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm not even really sure where to begin, so I'm just going to start with gameplay. Always seems like it's the thing we should always be concentrating on. And the gameplay works to a point. When you're fighting maybe 4 or 5 guys, I have no problem dashing here, taking on this guy, dashing here, taking on that guy. But the more that's happening, the less responsive the controls became. On top of that is there's really no technique to playing this game.
No.
It's X, 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 or Y, 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 or maybe mixing up the two. But again, when there's more guys coming, you can't even really mix them up because controls are unresponsive. When it comes to those fight sequences as well, you have guys throwing grenades, shooting you with rockets, shooting you with guns, and every time a bomb, a grenade, or any type of explosive hits the screen, it fills the screen. Disoriented, you can't even see where the fuck you are, where you're going. And they try to make this really cool cinematic thing when you kill a guy.
Yes.
Which is kind of cool for the first like 2 seconds of playing the game, but they're the same ones over and over and over and over. When that's over, it changes the camera. And you're no longer facing the way you were, so you get disoriented again.
My main problem wasn't the gameplay, it was that camera thing. You couldn't tell what was happening, even when you were just fighting 4 guys, because the camera's here, and then it's here, and then it's here, and then you're not on the screen, and then all you see is the guys, and then, like, you can't... It's just
Yeah.
The camera is fucking stupid.
Camera's bad. And I made the habit early in the game of when I was fighting, just trying to take out a guy, concentrate, move to the next guy, and it wasn't working. Based on I was getting shot from different directions. The block works like shit. They just go right the fuck through it, but they can block you all fucking goddamn day long.
Yeah.
And
I don't
guys
block in games, so I didn't even notice.
And guys attack you from behind constantly, and they screw up your combo, your button mashing combo. So I made the habit of dashing a couple hits this guy, dash a couple hits that guy. You know, and that's the only way. And again, it just I mean, what choice did I have? I was getting attacked in the back, attacked from the sides, and it wasn't really fun. Now, it could have helped a lot more if it had like unlockable combos, unlockable magic powers. What about the unlockable weapons? Do you remember Ninja Gaiden 2 started you off with like like 10 fucking weapons in like the first level? It was ridiculous. You have your sword, okay. I'm fine with that actually.
Yeah.
But can my sword have a power or an upgraded abilities?
Yeah.
If you're just gonna deal with me, which is fine. Even the shurikens, which are fucking pointless.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time they're useful is the climbing section. There's a guy up there.
Yep.
And then he falls.
Yeah, I it was a little bit far in before I even realized that you had the option of those shurikens, but once you start using them, it takes like 90 hits to kill a dude with it, so it doesn't even, like, it's pointless.
No, it was completely pointless. I don't know if I have any more things on. Yeah, controls are bad. Button mashing. Oh, of course, QuickTime events. I've made this point before in the show that I hate QuickTime events, so I'm not going to go off on a fucking tangent. But QuickTime events, not necessary. I hate them. Period. And there was just too many of them. I don't want them.
Well, the game,
fuck you, God of War. This is your fault why there's QuickTime events.
The game starts out with a bunch of QuickTime events. Like, the first thing you do is a whole shit ton of QuickTime events. And I was like, because, you know, I mean, personally, I go into everything thinking it's going to suck. Because then if it sucks, I'm not disappointed. But if it's good, I'm pleasantly surprised. So when I go in and the first thing I have to do is, you know, 6 QuickTime events in a row, I know the rest of it's not going to be great.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So, and the other thing, one of the dumb things that I had a problem with, one of the first things you do in the game is you kill a bunch of soldiers, and then there's like this British soldier guy, and he's backing away from you.
And he's begging for his life.
He's begging for his life, and no, I have a family. He's like, I don't even want to be doing this, and you're walking towards him, and there's not even an option
to
let him go.
Yeah.
You just kill him, and I don't know if that's supposed to set Ryu up as a badass, but it's just like, oh, good, I'm controlling the world's biggest douchebag. Like, it just, the character development is horrible.
I agree with that completely. Because when I was doing that segment, I walked up and he's walking real slow. I'm like, oh, this is actually awesome. And he's backing up. I'm like, fuck yeah, you know, and it's scaring the shit out of this guy. And then when it stops, and I'm moving, I wanted to run away.
I know.
I'm like, all right, I'm good. And like, why can't I do anything? And then
did the same thing.
Killed him.
Yeah.
And you don't just kill him.
Yeah.
You have to like
stick the sword in, and then like
you have to like torture him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a 10-second death. It's like,
it's unpleasant.
And the guy's screaming. I'm like, that one guy.
Yeah.
That one guy didn't deserve all that extra death.
It turns me off right away to the character.
And which goes to another big complaint, which is Ryu as the character. But before I get too far off on the controls, I'm going to get right back to that real quick.
Okay, there's still more about the controls.
You have your little magic bar.
Yeah. And
the magic bar is strange for two things. One, there are segments where it doesn't fill. They don't want you to use magic for whatever reason. So it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you even noticed.
I didn't.
Because I didn't
use the magic either.
I used it constantly because I just wanted to get the fuck through it, you know? And it really helps take some guys out. And I'm just like, use this fucking magic. And there are times where I'm whooping ass, killing guys, spilling blood, and the magic won't go up. And then there are other times where this entire game is wave, next area, wave, next area. So when you finish a wave and you have a full magic bar, and you go to that next area, it disappears.
Yeah.
You completely lose everything you built up for.
Yeah.
You completely lose it. And the other thing, real quick, I'm sure you've already forgotten about it, is the stealth. There's actually a stealth section.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And that's right in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's like they forgot about it again.
Yeah.
Now, it didn't work. It didn't work right at all.
Oh, yeah, no,
But it could have been cool.
Yeah.
You're a fucking ninja.
Yeah.
Stealth.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
No.
But it was kind of neat because I walked into it. Everything's dark and gray from the explosions and fire, and you see the laser lights from the rifles, and I'm like, oh, cool. And I'm trying not to get seen. And then you sneak up on a guy and you kill him, but there is no sneaking.
No.
It's you walk slowly.
Yeah.
And that's what it tells you. It's like push the toggle half. That's stealth.
Yeah.
Walking slow.
And then as soon as you kill that guy, they find you anyway.
Oh, I didn't have that. They didn't find me. No.
Dude, they found me. There were so many lasers. I couldn't get around them. And then as soon as one of them saw you,
okay.
they were on top of you. So I didn't even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so it didn't work.
No, I mean it worked for me, but I really took my time. So I was like, oh, cool. I'm gonna actually be a ninja in Ninja Gaiden, and you were, and it sucked. So, but now on to the character of Ryu.
Yes.
I couldn't have been more pissed off about this too.
What, that he was white and blonde hair?
Well, blonde, but definitely.
Why is Ryu Hayabusa
light brown hair?
Yeah. Why is Ryu Hayabusa a white guy?
Why is he taking his mask off all the time?
Yeah.
Why is he so talkative?
Yeah.
And he just gets along with everybody.
Yeah, no.
Who the fuck is this?
No, he's horrible.
This isn't the Ninja Gaiden Ryu we played on Nintendo.
No.
This is not the same motherfucker.
No.
Did he talk? Barely. And when he did, he was something like, I'm going to eat your heart, you know? I don't think he said that.
No.
You get my point.
I think mostly what I saw him
stuff.
say was 3 dots.
He would say stuff, because he was out for revenge in the first one.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, for his dad.
And then those little cutscenes that looked amazing on the NES. Da, da, da.
Yeah. But he would say stuff. But hardly anything and everything. And here he's just having full-blown conversations all the time. No problem. It's not even the same fucking character. And that, to me, is the biggest insult of this entire fucking game. Holy crap.
Alright, let's get this done before you
Die?
die.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. Yeah, the QuickTime events. It's needlessly bloody. Like, the blood collecting and stuff. Fine in Splatterhouse. But in Ninja Gaiden, it's just retarded. The weird camera. Got hit in the face from 2 inches away with a missile and hardly took away any energy. The only thing that was challenging in this game were the boss fights. And even they weren't challenging once you figured out you roll around until, you know, they do something and then you can attack them and then you roll away.
Yeah.
So basically all the enemies were the same, like all the boss fights. There was no, like, I'm still mad at Team Ninja for making that last horrible Metroid game. Metroid is my favorite series of all time of games. They made that other M game. It is pure shit.
You'll have to do a retro review.
So Team Ninja's already on my shit list. And most of the reason was there's no subtlety to anything. Like, right away, the chick wants Ryu. You know, there's nothing, there's no working into it. It's just like, oh, Ryu, you're hot. I want to bang you.
I completely remember that part of the game.
Well, just the way she talks to him. She's always like, oh, Hayabusa. I hope you don't die because
that's what they do in
we're
their
gonna
game.
get together.
They do that in all their games. They have to make all their chicks fucking as hot as hell with big tits that always bouncing around if they're just standing there doing nothing. That's just the way they operate.
Yeah.
That's the way they've always operated.
Apparently they never grew out of being 15 years old.
I wasn't saying that as a complaint. I'm just telling you what they do.
I
love bouncing titties.
Yeah, so do I, but, you know, when they do it to Samus, then that gets on my nerves. And then just, you know, have a tough girl every once in a while. Your girls don't always have to be fragile flowers that are just eye candy. It irritates me. And then, yeah, the bow and arrow, when you use the bow and arrow, the camera's even worse than any other time. Because it snaps up to them, and then you shoot them, and then it snaps back, and then you're all over the place. That was, you know, my camera thing was a lot more with the bow and arrow. Because I tried to use that as much as I could so that less guys could get up to me and, you know, chop my face off.
Okay. Another issue I had was saving. If you get halfway through a chapter and you don't finish, and you're like, "Well, I just hit an autosave right there, popped up on my screen, autosave, cool," and you leave and you come back, you have to start the whole chapter over again. You can only save, quote quote, when the chapter's over. Period. So keep that in mind if after this you still want to play the game. Wizards. I don't know why there are wizards in this game. But this goes to another big problem for me, and that's everyone is a ninja. You fight wizards, they're ninjas. You fight dogs, the dogs are ninjas. Did you notice the dogs are fucking ninjas?
No, I didn't.
The dogs do backflips. They catch your shurikens. They jump kick you. The dogs are fucking ninjas. Everyone, soldiers, they're doing roundhouse kicks. They're everyone in this game is a fucking ninja, and the story is all over the place because it's like, look, this bad thing is happening. We need your help. Only you can do it. Okay, so I'm the only one that can help you. No, not really. They're asking you. They're asking for you personally. But that's not what you just said. Doesn't matter. That's the story now. Oh, like that actually happens.
Yeah.
What? And then you go and you're fighting. Okay, evil corporate America. We're fighting it. Okay, whatever corporation. And then all of a sudden it's like, all right, I killed that one boss for now. We have to go to the next part, but I'm gonna go home real quick. Why? I don't know. There's another tribe, and I'm gonna kill them. And I'm like, what? What does this have to do with anything in the game? And then they're like, I'm the tarantula monster. Fight me. I will. And then you fight them, and then I realized that when you get to the end of the game, where you have two other friends that help you out, that was the point of that extra loose story that made no sense.
Well,
because you meet them, and you're like, who are these people? And then it's because they help you at the end, and they don't even really help. They show up in a CG sequence.
Yeah, during the story, I was playing Draw Something anyway.
So yeah, there's the story is so fucking all over the place, and also the game itself is super linear. There's no exploration, there's no hidden collectibles, no findable stuff, no looting. You don't get lost.
Yeah,
because this is the only way to go.
Yeah. So the game sucks.
The game is survival mode. Period. That the whole game is survival mode. Yeah. Wave, wave, wave. You want to talk multiplayer? Let's talk multiplayer. Didn't play it.
I didn't either.
Need an online pass. Yeah, because I rented it and you rented it. We didn't get to play it, so we can't tell you about it. Good. Sorry. So
the less Ninja Gaiden 3 I had to play, the better.
Well, you know me. Even if I don't want to play it, I'm gonna at least try it to get some sort of fair review. But how can I if I have to buy an online pass? Yep. And quite honestly, I couldn't be happier that I rented it, because if I would have paid for this, I would have been pissed. Yeah. I wasted 6 hours on this game.
Yep.
6 hours it took me to beat it. So it's short as well. Yeah. So I can't say anything good about it. Nope. I can't recommend it. Nope. Not for if someone gives it to you for free, if you think it's just gonna be fun to run around and slash and destroy things in a bloody mess, I think you made a better comparison already when you said Splatterhouse. Yeah. Get Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse is fun.
Splatterhouse is better.
I'd rather play Splatterhouse than that. Yeah.
So I mean, if you're a 15-year-old boy, you might like it.
I don't see why you would. Even the bouncing titties aren't even enough for someone. And I have, when it comes to bouncing titties, the mentality of a 15-year-old. Yeah. Well. So it's not even worth it for me.
Well, the game's horrible. If somebody tries to give it to you for free, make fun of them because they bought it. Other than that, yeah, just don't worry about it.
Yeah. All right.
Stay away. Yeah. But do subscribe to our channel. Do like us on Facebook, and do come out to Too Many Games, June 15th, 16th, and 17th. In Oaks, Pennsylvania at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center.
We'll be doing a panel.
We'll be doing a panel. We'll also be there. You can come out and talk to us and hang out. Yeah. Ask us about games, buy some of our art, and yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Also check out WYDgaming.com.
WYD Gaming.
Check them out. And
we'll see you next week when we do our review of Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, next week is going to be, I'll hopefully be feeling better. But we're going to be putting out 2 videos for
Mass
that.
Effect 3
we're going to cover the game, and then we're going to do a separate one, because it's going to be filled with spoilers, about the ending itself. And if you know even what's going on remotely, that people are flipping shit, and we're going to totally tell you what we think about that ending.
And stay tuned tonight, because I'm going to do one for Fez, a game that I actually liked.
There you go. Adios.